with the flow F40, it's time to rise. Got a pocket full of dreams and fire in my eyes. No more playing small, we step into the beat. Success is coming, can you feel the heat?
New chapter, new hustle, can't hold me back.
What's going on, everybody? It's your boy D.Rose in the building and my beautiful co-host Sue.
That's me.
We out here. Let's rap about it. Let's talk about it. Let's get into it.
Mm-hmm.
So, actually, I wanted to bring this up because we were talking about it today in the car. Best way to word it is loyalty with friends.
Ooh, I was talking about this.
Loyalty with friends and
with
loyalty, not loyalty with friends, and who you accept as your friends in your circle.
Mm-hmm.
This past year, I realized why I am the way that I am and why I used to be a certain type of way. I'll give you an example. Actually, I'll always go back to that podcast with Michael Beasley.
Yeah.
And the man said that people turn stories into information.
Mm-hmm.
And that happened this year. It's happened in the past. So I'll give you, I believe I told you the story ages ago when we first met. And that's why I am the way I am. So this situation happened where I was working at a gym. And the owner, I'm going to go in full detail. So the owner, the man paid us by paycheck. Shit was always bouncing. Shit was never on time, whatever. This time I'm in a basement apartment and I'm with my kids and my boy calls me from the gym. He's like, yo, our check's are ready. So I was like, all right, say word. He's like, yo, I'll drop it off on my way. He's like, and then I was like, yo, since you're coming this way, kids are screaming for McDonald's. At this time, I didn't have a car. And I was like, yo, do you mind picking up, 2 Happy Meals for us? And whatever. So he did. And I was like, I'll pay you back tomorrow once I go and cash my check. Blah, blah, blah. Tomorrow comes. I cash the check. I pay him. Now, the way we were as a group of friends, he was kind of like awkwardly, socially awkward. And so the way we were as a group of friends, like we're always like, we're roasting each other. I mean, if you're in my circle of friends, we ain't roasting each other and having fun, then we ain't friends. You know what I mean? So we're all there roasting each other, and whatever. I roast him. And he's like, well, so if I didn't get your kids food, your kids wouldn't eat.
What the fuck?
I was like, what the fuck? Like, who says that in front of people?
A friend, or is this just somebody
this is my friend. Like,
a friend?
Yeah, we hung out outside of work, like called each other out, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just like, yo, that's fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
Because some of these people, the people who were standing around, some of them people are just people that went to the gym. Like, they weren't part of our group. They were just there as we were all chatting.
Mm-hmm.
And that was kind of like, yeah, what the fuck?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then, like I said, incident repeated itself with someone this year who I called a friend. Now, have you ever experienced something like that? And has that changed how you bring people into your life?
I don't know if it's changed how I bring people into my life, because I try to give everybody
The benefit of
the
doubt,
benefit of the
100%.
doubt and let them prove themselves to me, or let me place them where they should be in my life. But I have been quick to cut a lot of people this last couple of years.
100%.
I have to say, I think it was when I turned 40. I just realized I analyze things a little bit different. If there's any kind of conflict, I see what your purpose is in my life, not in a bad way or an arrogant way. Like, I just try to analyze the whole friendship, see how it's benefiting both of us, see how much drama it is versus how much positive it is, and then just go from there. But I am very particular. Like, I probably went from like like 20 friends to, I can say four that I contact on a regular basis.
Yeah. I think so. Hmm, I'm trying to figure out how to word this. So, like, I believe in um, a lot of conversations could have saved a lot of relationships,
Mm,
whether it's friendships,
that's
relationship,
true.
whatever, whatever.
That's true.
But I also feel to a certain extent, um, some shit just like I don't know, and I guess it all depends on the relationship or friendship or whatever.
Mhm.
That like, bruh, I don't need to explain
Yeah.
myself why I don't want you a part of my life anymore.
Another thing too is I feel like no communication is the exact communication that you need. They're already setting the tone. They're already changing the way that they flex with you. Stuff like that. Like there's little things that added up to where it got to where it got to, possibly. Um,
I actually like that you said that. So I have motivational video out there, and it's along the same lines. You can correct me if I'm wrong if it matches to what you were saying. So I was telling people that no answer is the
the
answer.
answer exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like, let's just say
Yeah.
I'm texting you blah blah blah, and you're not responding blah blah blah, and it happens 1, 2, 3 times. You know what? I got my answer.
Yep.
Where you want me in your life?
Yeah. I got my
It's
answer.
that simple. You
Exactly.
know what I mean?
Exactly.
Oh, whatever. Whether I did something wrong, you did something wrong, and we're just gonna sweep it under the rug and not talk about it. Well, I guess that's my answer on
Mhm.
how worthy am I of having that conversation.
Mhm.
Um, so I do believe that is a thing. Was that kind of like where you were
Yeah,
going with that?
exactly. I also want to touch on this. It was last year, May. So 1 year ago, right now, on the exact same day, I cut out three major people in my life that I talk to every day. Um, why I did it, I don't know. One of them, I know that we kind of got into a discussion back and forth, and we both said, you know what, this is too much,
Mm,
and it was just too much emotionally. It was too much. It was just too much of everything, and that was okay. It was okay to just be like, you know what, it's not working. But we were best, like we were really, really close. The other one was my old business partner, who I was working with before. Just it was time to cut ties and
yeah.
move forward. And another one was another friend that I realized wasn't supposed to be there. So on that day that I cut three people out of my life, I then switched and focused on myself for a little bit. And then, so that was May. In July, I met you and totally changed the path of like what my future looks like. When it comes to business, when it comes to the podcast, when it comes to friend circle,
Yeah.
because that being said, in that process, I also just dwindled it down a little bit. Like I don't want to act like friends are numbers, or I don't want to sound arrogant in that way.
Hmm.
I just want to be more selective. I want better quality. I want to watch what I'm putting out is being received. I want to watch that I'm receiving the same thing that I'm putting out, type thing.
Yeah.
I want the conversations to be more like the way that our lives are going. Like if you're not talking about business, I just don't have much to say right
Hundred
now
percent.
because I'm
That's what
so
I'm focused on.
focused on business. I'm so focused on growing. Like, I'm so focused on seeing what you can do as well as a business person and what you could do pushing yourself and motivating yourself. And then you realize also those people just don't want to, and that's okay.
100%.
But I've always just been that person for a lot of people. They see what I do, and some people get motivated by it. And then we were also talking about at the same time, some people get intimidated and they want you to stay where you are.
100%. I
So,
feel like out of anybody's, uh, I'm not gonna say your close friend group because obviously there's your day ones
yeah.
or who will always be a supporter.
Yeah.
But I feel like the people who is come into your life and then you just kind of force it. Like, ah, that's my best friend, blah, blah, blah. That's my family. That's my people.
Yeah.
They don't really ever truly support you.
Hmm.
And that's just my personal experience.
Mhm.
I feel like the type of person that I am, if I call you fucking family, because like to me, I don't have family, so my friends are my family. So if I'm giving you that door to walk in and say, listen, man, if we're eating at this table, we're all eating.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's nothing. I don't give a fuck what you could do. You could have fucking murdered someone, and I'm
Yep.
Christian.
We are going to bury the body
We're
together.
going together. There's nothing you can do.
Exactly.
There's nothing in this world that you can do that will ever
Exactly.
make me turn around and talk about you behind your back.
No.
If I
Me neither.
and like I grew up.
And if you're close enough to people, you can say all that shit to their face.
That's
and
it,
they
right?
take it as needing to hear it, not as offense.
But at the
yeah.
same time, I don't think you should need to have that conversation. I feel like, but this is where one of my old friends, he told me this, and he's like, don't get mad that people don't act like you.
Yeah. Or don't get mad that people don't react like you
Yeah,
expect
so
them to.
I think that's one thing I
Yeah.
struggle with.
Yeah.
And I'm always trying to
Yeah.
put that in my head whenever I go to situations with friends and stuff like that, or bosses, or whatever the case may be. And it's just like, they're not me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And no
Yeah.
damn way by me saying this, I'm saying I'm fucking perfect.
No.
I'm all kinds
No,
of fucked
no,
up.
no.
I've messed up. I will
Yeah.
always own that shit. But like, in that sense, it's like, brother, like, growing up in the streets, it was like, yo, if you know where I rest my hat at, in the sense of where I sleep,
Yeah.
yo, your family, like, yo,
Mm-hmm.
blood in, blood out. Like,
Yeah.
we're going, like you said, we're burying that body together,
Yeah.
even though I'm a pastor. You know what I mean? Just, yo,
You
you're
ain't
my
a
people.
pastor.
Yeah, I can.
Like, good example, though.
First
but yeah.
of all, hold on. Hold on. Do you know that I was told 3 times in my life by a stranger that I was supposed to go
Me?
down that route?
Yeah. Because you're speaking, you definitely could.
I don't even know I don't know what it is. So okay, so I'll give you an example. So when I was 16, I think this is after I got stabbed, but before I went to jail. Um, my mom was like trying to wash away the demons, and so we went to this church that she was going to, and blah blah blah. And my mom was like, it was one of them churches where they put your hand in your head, oh hallelujah, put you on the ground, and then you're like laying out. Yeah. So anyway,
those ones that you think are like paid to do that shit.
got
You're watching it
another
on
funny story on
TV. You're
top of
like,
that.
this is all acting.
So whatever, I go up, and the guy's like, yo, you're meant to speak the word. But before I continue, so speaking of that, so anyhow, it got to that point where he pushed me down on the ground.
Oh wait, you actually?
Yeah. So my mom was there, and honestly, if it was any given day, I'd have been like, nigga, what the fuck you trying to do?
No.
But whatever. So I acted.
Mom's here, yeah.
Yeah. So I acted, and then it's just like I was laying there, and I'm just like, so how long am I gonna fucking
Yeah.
lay here for? Like, you know what I mean? Like, how long is this supposed to last? I'm like speaking over it. Other people like, is he getting up yet? Like,
Are we in this together?
it was so yeah, it was so weird. Anyways, so that was one time, and then one time, me, I think it was just me and Carter, or me, Carter, and Destiny. No one wasn't born yet. We were at a bus terminal, and this old black lady comes up. She's like, "Yo, there's something special about you." She's like, "You're supposed to lead. You have leadership in you." And
That's because you're so fucking loud.
probably. And then she goes away, and then Carter looks up at me. He's like, "Daddy, do you know that lady?" I was like, "Nope." Like, I don't know where she came from.
No.
So like, it's like, yeah, it's weird. It's weird that it's been a few times where I got that.
And you did in your
Energy.
own way, motivational
Yeah,
speaking
100%,
and
but,
the
like,
podcast before
didn't-
and this one now, yeah.
It was weird just to be like having told a stranger who doesn't know you from shit just be like, yeah, yo, you're something special. I was like, especially like, growing up the way I grew up, where it's like I was never, besides my mom, but it's your mother's words, and no one can. Every mom's
You're
gonna think,
perfect.
and even if you're, a little, your favorite color is 5. Your mom's gonna tell you that
Yeah.
you're special, right? So like when my mom said, yeah, you're special. I was like, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
But growing up with like the way I grew up, being told you're nothing, blah 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 blah. That felt dope. Like that
Mm-hmm.
total stranger can come up to me and be like, "Yo, you the man, you the shit, cuz."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what about people that you cut out of your life and they think that you have this huge beef and you got this problem with people? Like I find what, for example, I find when I let go of people, I am so at peace. I'm not mad at anybody. I don't hate on anybody. I truly, genuinely wish them the best. I don't wish anything ill on them, nothing. Like, I am removing you out of my life for my peace, not because I actually have an issue with you. But some people think that we're beefing or think that I'm got all these problems with them when that's not the case, like I
Yeah.
just needed to remove you. Like I have like friend circles that just when you stand back and you realize that everybody just talks shit about everybody,
Facts.
it's like, man, I wish you all the best. I'm just not interested. If I see those people, I say hello, like,
Yeah, you got a
like
little head nod.
genuinely, like, I fucking hope you are killing it in life.
Yeah.
Just not with me by your side. I will support if I can, or if I want to, or if I feel like it, but I'm not obligated to because, like, yeah.
So is your question, do I let those people live rent free in my head?
Yeah.
No. And truly, uh, well, coming from friends, like,
Hmm.
you know what I mean? Like, I have lost people in my life that A, were blood, B, that I loved to death.
Yeah.
So, with that being said, and I had to, quote unquote, let those people go. Shit, there ain't shit you could do. Like, once you're out of my life, you're
Yeah.
out of my life. I don't
Yeah.
care. I don't think about you.
That, yeah.
If you die tomorrow,
Hmm.
meh. Will I be sad? Nah,
Hmm.
probably not. I'm probably just gonna be like, you know what? I hope you rest in peace.
Yeah.
That's it. But there's no living rent free in my head.
Yeah.
I'm not thinking like, I could have fixed that relationship. No, no.
Yeah.
It's you're done. You're gone.
Yeah.
Simple.
Yeah.
The point in life is to move forward. Um, Many motivational speakers say this: if you're not growing, you're dying.
Yeah.
So if I'm sitting there worried about yesterday, worried about the past, um, then I'm not moving forward. I'm going to be stuck in the same
Hmm.
fucking spot that I
Hmm.
was last year,
Yeah.
yesterday,
Yeah.
6 months ago.
Hmm.
Um, so yeah, no, nobody's living rent free in my head.
No,
Unfortunately,
I can honestly say the same thing. Yeah.
I can't. I can't picture living life like that. Like, you know, we were talking about like, you know, people in our lives that live in the past, and it's just how do you go like that? Like,
You're not. You can't, and that's why those relationships are the way that we are. They are.
yeah, like, yeah, you
Yeah.
want to bring up shit fucking 10 years ago? Like, yo,
Yeah. If
you
that's
got bigger,
all that you're
you got
focused on.
bigger motherfucking
Yeah.
problems than whatever the current problem is. Like
Mhm.
that's not happening. That's
Mhm.
definitely not happening.
So what about arguing with people to try to get down to the point of it to recuperate or just cutting off? Like I feel sorry, I ask the question and then I go ahead and answer my side of it, which isn't the way you're supposed to do it, but
So,
whatever.
repeat the question.
So, I forget the fucking question.
That was hella quick.
What was it?
That's why I asked you to repeat the question because
No,
I didn't really hear it.
shit. Anyway, move on. It was fuck, I don't even remember.
Something about recuperating the friendship.
No. Um
Something about
the
arguing.
arguing back and forth and just trying to figure out who's right, or is it easier to just walk away?
Um, I guess that it all depends on the scenario.
Yeah.
Um, I don't like to argue. I prefer to have a
Yeah.
conversation. Um, there's certain people in my life that I had who will always try to be right versus just
Yeah.
being open minded and wanting to hear both sides of the party. So I feel like that's another thing that separates me from a lot of people is because like I more fucks with people who can look at both sides. Like,
Yeah, I love that.
um, well, we were talking about Michael Beasley when we were watching that podcast. You were like, oh, I don't know, he's kind of like this, he's kind of like that. But then like when they started when the guys were asking more questions, you were like, oh, okay, yeah, maybe. You know what I mean? That's thinking both sides. Like
Hmm.
I'm always, I'm never quick to just judge someone,
Hmm.
um, because biggest thing ever. You never know what someone is going through.
Oh fuck, I
So
know.
to judge someone, and that's like,
Yeah.
let's just say I'm, like, you just got to be kind to people. So like,
You
let's
really
say I'm
do.
having a bad day. I had a shitty day at work, and I go to the grocery store, and for whatever reason, the one clerk out of the whole grocery store, um, does something that irritate me, or
Yeah.
screws up, or
Yeah.
double check, whatever.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna go back and yell and scream at that person.
Hmm.
Yeah, I had a bad day, but I don't know what they're going through.
Exactly.
That's probably why they fucked up. Because
Exactly.
for all you know, they lost some brother, sister, mother,
You
father.
don't know.
So
So that is the way of the world, though. A lot of people do react
hundred
to
percent.
those situations, which is not good. Or what about rage? Like if we, no,
I had some bad road rage.
no.
So
Here's the thing, though. Here's what I always
gotta
say
cool
about
on
people.
that.
Like we're moving into speaking about people and having empathy for people's situations. If everybody wore a label on their forehead, I feel like, first of all, you shouldn't have to do that, but I feel like you would be more
things,
clear.
yeah.
So road rage, right? You don't know that that is a kid just learning how to drive.
100%.
You don't know that it's an old person that is freaking flustered and like confused and just trying to make it through. What are you doing? You're quick to judge. You're quick to honk. You're quick to speed and go around. But if you had a sticker on it that said student learner, okay.
Actually, what I'm getting, Carter.
Yeah,
exact
which
reason.
makes sense. But like, does everybody need a freaking label just to
I don't think-
have empathy for people that are going through shit? Like, does an old person have to have old people written on the back of
That'd
the
be
car?
funny.
Like now we need somebody needs that, those readers that say what kind of mood you're in today.
Yeah.
Like everybody, it shouldn't have to be like that. We should seriously be going through this life with grace and empathy, and then
Oh, I 100% agree.
yeah.
Um, and the reason why I agree with that is, like I said, so anybody that knows my story, two things. When my mom, so let's say it was Wednesday she died, but Monday and Tuesday, me and the boys are out partying. So Wednesday happens.
Oh,
Thursday, I'm at work. Like
Yeah.
nothing,
yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's how I dealt with it.
Mhm.
And that same story. So like my boss um, comes to me because she used to live in the building, and she was like, "Oh, how's your mom?" And I was like, "Oh, she's dead." Like literally, that was my answer. And she's like,
What the fuck?
"What?" And she's like, "Oh no, when?" I was like, "Yesterday." She's like, "What are you doing here? Go home." So
Yeah.
they sent me home, right? But like,
Yeah. But if they wouldn't have
so
asked.
imagine if someone came in, like a customer. It was McDonald's
Yeah.
back at that time. Imagine a customer came in yelling and screaming at me, and I snapped. Well, that's
Yeah.
You know what I
Like
mean?
you were
Like,
dealing with your
it's
situation,
justifiable, but,
the best way you knew how to. You wanted to
100%.
just keep your mind occupied, keep your mind busy so that you weren't thinking about it, but
Right.
nobody would look at you and know what the fuck you're going through.
Exactly,
And
right?
that's
Like,
difficult.
Because he was
It's so hard.
one of my good friends, Six. He was like, "Yeah, man, like, look, like, yeah, you didn't even tell me. Like, you
Yeah.
just came over to my house. Hey, you coming to my funeral?"
What about doing it the opposite way? You go and tell everybody what happened or how you're dealing with it, and then you do want to go out and have a couple drinks just to get your mind off of it. Now you got people judging you that you're out for drinks 2 days after your mom died.
100%.
Like either way, it's not the way that people are gonna judge you doesn't matter. You just got to go through life and deal with the shit that you got to deal with the way that you need to deal with it. We talk about it all the time.
And I think that's why it's important to keep a close circle because
Yeah,
it's like
because you can tell a couple people and they fucking get you. But
versus you have a
you
big
tell
circle
everybody,
and they tell
and
everybody. You know
they're
what I
fucking
mean?
there to judge.
Then by the time all of a sudden it went from he was at the bar having 2 drinks to he was at the bar with strippers, 2 drinks, sniffing coke, and it just turned into a whole story that it really wasn't. But it's because this
I was
person
gonna
told that person to that
say.
person and that person and that
Yeah,
person.
yeah,
What's that saying? Broken telephone. Like
yeah,
shit just got saturated
yeah,
by
yeah.
the time it reached everybody. So
I also have to add, like, recently my Facebook got blocked, and I thought it was gonna be hard. Not that I ever communicated with anybody on Facebook. Like, it was just a way to keep in contact with everybody from the past. You know what
yeah,
I mean? And it ended up being the best thing because now I see them come up on people I may know, and I'm like, fuck it, I don't really need that. So now my friend list on Facebook is like 50 people, not even. And like, I'm not going to it to scroll. I'm going on it just to do business, and I'm going on to it just to use Facebook Marketplace. And, like, it's freeing my time because I don't give a shit what other people are doing right
So,
now.
how do you feel about when it comes to social media?
Hmm.
And let's just say, um, whatever, someone you just no longer talk to. Do you keep them on your social media, or are you saying, nah, you don't deserve to know what's going on in my life? Block, delete.
Okay, so that's good that you said that because I kept them all there because I'm like, okay, well, you fucking watch whatever. You know what I mean? Whatever you want to watch, watch. If you want to remove yourself, remove yourself. And then last year, was it? On my Instagram, I blocked over 100 people just because it was one of those days, you know? And
Okay,
I
so
was
you're kind of
like,
like me, because like I go through phases like that too, where
mm-hmm.
I think I
We
went
need some
through it not too
spring
long ago.
cleaning.
Yeah, that's pretty
Yeah.
much what I call it. Like I
That's
go
what
through
it
it, like,
is.
all right, and it goes back to people who support you too. So it's like,
True.
oh, you're
True.
always watching my shit, but you ain't even like, share, nothing.
Yeah.
Block, delete,
So
block, delete,
so I'm a
block,
little
delete.
different there because if I was worried about who was following my social media or liking and posting and shit like that, then I'd be focusing too much energy on it. If you're not, like, I don't give a fuck if people are liking my stuff or sharing my stuff. Like, I know who
No,
are
no, no.
my
I get that,
I
but
know
like
who
I'm
are
talking
my
about like
supporters. Yeah.
I'm talking about people who actually like
Yeah.
say that you're a friend.
Yeah, you're
I don't
right.
give a fuck about
Oh
random
yeah.
people, but I
Well,
mean, like, if you're gonna
if you
sit
were
there and
talking about
say,
people who are seriously your friends, like, you got maybe 10 people that you talk to on a regular. You got fucking 120 on your Facebook or
yeah,
I mean
but like,
Instagram or whatever.
still though, like, I feel like if I ever supported, that's I
Yeah.
get it. Like you
If I
have a
ever
large group, but
supported
if
you,
I
you
ever
should
supported you,
support me.
yeah, like
I know,
it's
but then
just
there goes back to
don't get
don't
mad that people don't act the
people
way you
don't
do,
act the way
100%.
that you would
But
act.
that's
I
why I
know.
go through that cycle of
Me too.
delete, you're
Me
gone,
too. Like,
peace.
I am the first to share people's shit. I am the first because I genuinely want to.
Yeah,
I genuinely, like, even if I'm not talking to you anymore, like, you and I don't talk on a regular, I'm still going to push you the same way I pushed you before. I'm
yeah.
just going to do it from the sidelines. I'm going to fucking share your posts because I feel like, I don't know. But I'm also like the same person that'll pay it forward. Do you pay a lot of things forward?
Yeah, what do you mean? In what
Like
sense?
I like last night I went through Arby's drive-through and I paid for the guy's dinner behind me because I saw that it was like a
Fuck,
man
I haven't
ordering.
done that in a while.
Yeah, normally I'll do it at Tim Hortons, but like now I'm starting to do it like and buy somebody's dinner.
Yeah, I've done that before.
Mhm.
I've done it a lot, but no, in last couple of years I haven't done that. My paying it forward is supporting someone,
Yeah,
usually that I know.
100%.
Um,
That is the same thing.
what?
That's the same thing as paying it forward. Like,
Yeah, but you're paying it forward to strangers. You're just putting it
oh,
straight
oh,
out
oh,
into the universe. Where I'm
oh,
just like, I'm only doing it to people that I know.
oh.
So I feel like yours is stronger than mine.
No, it's not. We're not.
100%.
No, but like you're. Okay, so what about this? When we're out in public, you are a very like I find that people gravitate towards you and I. Like we randomly have people talking to us everywhere we go because we're just like I
Energy is
fucking look at
everything.
people and I got a smile on my face. I don't give a shit. Like
Yeah.
I like that's why we're at a different place in life where like we don't care about what people think about us, which is why we're succeeding in business and stuff, you know? Like we're putting ourselves out there.
No, energy is everything, right? Like I
Energy is
think
everything.
that's a lot that people don't understand. It's like
It's just energy.
if you, I don't know if people really can grasp the concept of what energy really is, right? So it's like you wake up in the morning, you stub your toe. What are you doing? Like, fuck, shit, my day's ruined. Like and you just start that snowball effect of every
Yeah, I've
you
never
put it
been
in
like
the
that.
universe that
Yeah.
your day's ruined. So now
Yeah.
every event throughout the day is going to be a negative event.
Yeah,
Versus,
no.
um, and I'm not even going to go to the extreme, but let's say you wake up, have your morning coffee, you just stare out the window and enjoy that. That is giving out
Yeah.
silent positive energy
Yep.
versus turning on the news and oh, gang members shot and this person robbed this and
Yeah.
blah blah blah. It's just you're just filling your brain with nothing negative, with everything but negative shit, and that's not good. It's not good for you.
Yeah.
Um, and like when it goes with the whole energy concept, it's like I think we talked about this with the book, the movie, The Secret, and
Yeah.
it's literally the secret is be happy.
That's it. That's it.
Your thoughts become things.
Yep.
So if you're constantly saying, "Oh, I don't have money for this bill, that bill,
Yeah.
I don't have money for this," guess what are you
How
gonna
many
get
times
more
are
of,
we saying don't worry about money and money will come?
right? So the more you keep saying you don't have money for this, you don't have money for that,
Yeah.
you're only gonna get
Yeah.
no more money.
No more money. It's
Right?
you're putting it out there every day. And it seems stupid and it seems like it's not, but it's like get in the shower and talk nice to yourself. Like we were talking about it with Wahaj. Like every day he just sits and puts positive things into the universe. And it's
That was an interesting one because I never heard the water thing, but
the
I've done it. I personally have done it with a plant.
yeah.
I've
Yeah.
never, because
I did hear about it with the water thing, the vibration.
I've never.
So there, but same thing with the plant as talking to the plant. If you talk to the water before you put it in the plant versus talking to the water bad before putting it in the plant, I've seen that study too, where
I
it's
don't
a
know.
different outcome. It's all vibration, it's all energy.
Yeah, 100%.
But I also, within doing all that I was doing with just removing people out of my life and like focusing on different energy, the amount of different types of people that are coming into my life, you know,
Oh, 100%.
it's just they say it all the time. They say you gravitate and you bring in what you truly want, but it does work.
Yeah, and honestly, as much as everybody says they hate a pyramid scheme and blah blah blah, I am truly grateful for being a part of an MLM company
Oh,
because it woke me up
let's get into this.
to my greatest potentials ever.
Fucking right. It's the
And
weirdest thing, eh?
yeah, like yo, honestly, like
But there's a difference between pyramid scheme and pyramid structure. So people think that MLM companies are pyramid schemes. No, pyramid schemes are you're giving me money, you're giving me money, I'm using it to give this person money. Pyramid structure is the same thing as Walmart. There's a product that's you're selling, you're hiring staff, then there's staff above you, staff above you. Like no matter what, the CEO or the company gets the most amount of that pie,
100%.
which is the same thing as all MLM. But one thing about MLM, like we've talked about many times, motivation, the drive, the focus that gets put into you to make you a better person, make you a better salesperson, whatever they got to do, the incentive stream that you get compensated for your good work.
Yeah.
But yeah, the people that I met in that, the drive that it put in me, made me the entrepreneur that I want to be moving forward.
Totally off topic. Yo, we gotta update these chairs because my body is
Shut up.
hurting. No, I'm just saying. Like, I'm just
I'm
like,
doing
I kept
fine.
moving. I was like, yo, my ass hurt.
No, I'm fine.
Yeah, well, because you have a
We're
whole
not
lot of
changing
cake
the
back
chair.
there. I haven't got that much
Yeah,
cake.
I got a
Jesus
cushion.
Christ.
I got a whole lot of cushion.
Uh, yeah. So like, I'll give you an example.
Mm-hmm.
So when I got into it, the boy's mom was like, "Ah, this is a cult. This is a cult." And I was like, "Yo, honestly, like it took a
My
minute for me
parents
to
too.
believe it too." So I
My
was just like,
parents too.
"Yo,
And that's
this is
normal.
some weird shit." You know what I mean? Especially like
That's
I came
normal.
from the street, so there's a bunch of people yelling and screaming and you know and happiness, and I was like, "What the fuck is this? This is I'm just here trying to make some bread, bruh."
Yeah.
And but yo, it awoken.
Yeah.
What's the word?
Yeah.
Awoken,
Both.
whatever.
Whatever.
It brought out who I really was and
Mm-hmm.
who I was meant to be, and yeah, like it's
I know.
the shit that it created, the doors that it opened
Yeah.
for me.
Yeah.
Um, I'm just truly grateful for that.
Yeah,
I
me
don't
too.
even have words.
Me
Like
too. It's unbelievable.
you
And
know,
the friends that I made through that were on the same level because we were all trying to reach for that goal.
Yeah.
And we were all helping each other try to reach for that goal at the same time. Like that was the end goal for everybody. There was no
so I'll give
I
you a
don't know, it's
story.
weird.
So when I went into that company, so it was my boy's little brother who reached out to me because I was a trainer and blah blah blah. And he was like, "Yo, I got this business opportunity. Cool, great, whatever." But like, I felt based off of because you know how usually the person who brings you on that's supposed to be your mentor, blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
So I felt that he wasn't really looking out for my best interests.
Yeah.
So but his guy above him was like, "Yo, that Dan Rose guy, yo, there's something about him." So like he
Yeah.
ended up taking me
Yeah. Yeah.
under his wing, and that's how I got to meet all those
Yeah.
successful people. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? And that
And they
was
sign
great.
you up for all those motivational conferences.
Yeah.
They bring in motivational speakers. All their incentive things have a keynote speaker. That's a different thing that you don't find anywhere else.
Right?
Ever.
Let me give you another one.
Yeah.
So before I knew about the law of attraction,
Yeah.
I did it. So with Eric Thomas is one of my best mentors, one of the guys I look up to the most when it comes to motivational speaking and all kinds of things. So when I started working out in the gym, I was like, man, like I just can't listen to music. Not that I can't listen to music. I was like, I really
Yeah.
just need music that like will pump me up, fire.
Yeah.
And at this time, like I've never worked out a day in my life, like you know what I mean. So whatever. So I found one of his speeches. It's called "As Bad as You Want to Breathe," and that shit changed my life. So then I was like, you know, I did a lot of research, blah blah blah. Found who because it was a voiceover. So I found out who I found Eric Thomas, and I was like, oh, I started watching all this shit, and I was like, yo, man, I can't wait for this guy to come to Canada. Like
Yeah.
I got to try to go
Yeah.
see this guy. Like, I don't know, his energy's crazy. And then fast forward, that's when my boy said, yo, come, I got this business opportunity, blah, blah, whatever, whatever. So our first trip to Ohio,
Wild.
we go.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I got off the airplane, walked in the hotel. Who do you think was there? Eric Thomas
Eric.
was right there. And I'm telling yo, it's crazy because like people get excited like this for rap artists and whatever
Yeah.
TV show people, and this was me like, oh my god, like yo, like a little girl for a motivational speaker
do
that
that
probably
again.
nobody probably ever even heard of.
Yeah.
I've never been so amped up. Like yo,
Yeah.
it was that experience. I was like, yo,
Yeah.
all right, that's what the law of attraction is. I get it.
I know.
So yeah, that
I know.
That shit works.
It does. It does. And so you were listening to him before you got into MLM.
Yeah,
Oh.
but like I said, totally
But
on accident.
I like when I was in MLM, that's when I was introduced to those books and the
Yeah,
motivation and all that. So I didn't know about that stuff. Like I didn't even know to like pick up podcasts and like listen to that sort of stuff. But after
were podcasts out back then? Yeah, I
no,
think they were.
they
They
were just
probably
it was
just like
just the
yeah,
beginning, just the beginning. But the way that after all of that, that's all that I wanted.
yeah,
Was huge. And then also when I wasn't, same with me, not that any of my upline or whatever was lacking. I just felt when we weren't doing what we were doing at the beginning anymore for those motivational things is where the whole thing kind of went downhill for
yeah.
everybody. You know what I mean? So it's funny how much that motivates people. So if businesses implemented that and uplifted their staff to that level, there would be so many more successful companies because you would feel as a genuine team.
But that's what a lot of those Fortune 500 companies do.
Yeah,
They hire guys like ET to come in and
yeah,
have this thing
yeah.
that I in my life working, I dealt with one guy who, not to that extent, but like
Hmm.
every month he would get everybody, foremans, everybody, we'd all sit down at his house,
Yeah,
pizza and beer, and we
love
would
it.
just powwow.
Love it.
And I was like, where are we
It's
going in the
so
next
important.
3 months? What
So
are we gonna do
important.
next year? Like,
Yeah,
and I was like, "Bruh,
yeah,
that's the type of
yeah,
boss I want to work
yeah,
for. You know what I mean? Like, and it was dope because he was like, "Yo, what's your vision for the next 3 years?
yeah,
Like, are you trying to become a foreman? Are you like, are you
yeah.
gonna throw in on the company?" You know, I was like, "Wait, you have a piece of the company too, brother?" And like,
Hmm.
yeah, he's like, "Yeah, like you guys are
Let's do
helping me
it.
get there.
Let's do it. Yeah,
I have no problem putting you guys on." And I was
yeah,
like, and that's rare as shit.
yeah. It is.
Um, and I realize another thing that I notice is with words of affirmation. That's my love language. But even with words of affirmation, is like, I'll give you an example. So when Carter was young, I told you this before. When he was young, and that was when I just got into all that shit.
Hmm.
Eric was like, "Yo, when he's watching TV,
Yeah,
say say whatever you gotta say." And I always told Carter like, "Yo, you're handsome, you're smart, blah blah blah, and like, yo, you're gonna be great, whatever, whatever." Shit, you not. Kid's a fucking genius.
hmm,
He is motivated. He's happy. Like he's outgoing. He's everything. And I never got that opportunity to do it with Noah. So like I see the difference
hmm,
on being able to do that
hmm,
with my child and versus the other child.
hmm.
Um, and yeah, I really believe that it plays a huge part. And it's
Yeah.
like we said with the plants, right? You're telling the plant, yo, you're gonna grow beautiful. You're gonna get some nice flowers. Blah 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 blah. And telling us, yeah, you're ugly. You ain't going nowhere. And guess what?
Yeah.
That plant's gonna wither away. Not that I was telling that to my child.
No.
Let's get that correct. I was not telling that to my child.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
It really showed.
Hmm.
Um, and yeah,
Which goes back to you starting your day positive and changing your mood in the right direction. Same with the kids. Do the same way. It flourishes them.
and for anybody who's listening, and when you're going through a bad day or something bad happened, it's okay to take those 5 minutes
Yeah.
and be like, "Fuck, man, this sucks." I'll give you guys an example. I was talking to my boy today. His truck tire, tie rod, whatever, blew off just as he pulled into his work, and he was going on and on and on about it. And I was like, "All right, cool. So now what?" He's like, "What do you mean?" And I was like, "Well, you gonna cry about it all day, or are you gonna let it ruin?" Because he's about to go away. So I'm like, "Are you gonna let it ruin your trip?" He's like, "Well, kinda." And I was like, "But why?" And then whatever, we just talked through, and then he's like, "Yeah, I get it, I get it, I get it. Fine, I understand, I understand." So now it's just like, "Yo, I'll deal with it when I get back."
Yeah.
And he's gonna go enjoy his trip for a fucking week,
Yeah, you got to.
you know.
Yeah, don't let it change your mood.
Yeah. All right, buddy.
There you go.
Thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of the R.I.S.E podcast. We out here. Once again, as always, why does it sound like everybody dipped? Um, once again, I don't know. There's still people. We're gonna have to edit that part out a lot. So I was just like, yo, we got silent. Once again, thank you for joining us. This episode is brought to you by the Groomsman's Barbershop, 186 Queen Street South, Mississauga. If you're looking to get a clean cut, fresh fade, nice lineup, holla.
We hit the floor at 40, it's time to rise. Got a pocket full of dreams and fire in my eyes. No more playing small, we step into the beat. Success is coming, can you feel the heat?